Did you know you can get one of the hardest titles in the game without ever beating the boss? Most players see this title and assume it means you cleared one of the toughest fights in the game, but that's not always the case. I'm not buying the title myself. Instead, I'll show you how the system works from the perspective of someone posting the bounty, and I'll be doing the fight to get another player the Abyss Conqueror title. Once you unlock the boss in trial mode, you'll see that there are multiple objectives for the boss fight. This part is important because any objectives you leave incomplete will increase the cost of the bounty you're posting. To keep the price as low as possible, you will need to complete every objective except the no damage Abyss objective. After that, you can post a bounty for 90 pearls, and since this is a popular bounty, it usually gets accepted almost immediately.
So I need 2 achievements and this is 114. Again, if I had one more, it will be about 70-ish pearls. So I'm gonna do this, post bounty. And yes, I wanna confirm echo beads. And oh yeah, I already did it for one of them just to see how it's done. So I'm gonna post it here.
In my case, the bounty I picked up was a no damage run on Snake Doctor. Something interesting happened when I selected this bounty. At the time of recording, I had never attempted a no damage run on this boss. When you pick up a trial bounty, the game replaces your progress in the trial with the bounty poster's progress. This doesn't seem like a big deal at first, but it does affect your account in a way I'll explain shortly. Now, I'm not exactly proud of how I got the no damage clear here, but it was consistent enough to get the job done. For anyone who wants a more refined or in-depth guide, I'll be working on one for this boss in the future. If the person who accepted the bounty succeeds, the final objective is marked as complete for the player who posted the bounty, and then they can claim the title. However, this can affect the account of the person who accepts the bounty if they have yet to complete the no damage run previously. Before accepting this bounty, I had never attempted a no damage run on Snake Doctor. After completing it, I received the title, but my objective still showed as incomplete. This confirms 2 things. First, you are definitely using the bounty poster's progress, not your own. Second, for the game to fully register the objective, you'll need to complete the no damage run yourself, or post a bounty and have someone complete it for you. Technically, this doesn't matter since you already have the title, but it's still worth knowing just in case this affects your account later down the line. Now, what happens in the event someone fails to complete your bounty?
Alright, so 0 seconds, now what? Reposted. Oh, you see? Right here? Reposted. This guy is a bot that is doing the run, so I was right all along. So once the timer finishes or they quit, you'll have the bot finish it for you. You don't get refunded, but you do get the completion.
So one way or another, spending 90 pearls guarantees the final objective and the title. That means there's no major effort required, no need to learn the boss's moves, or any need to spend minutes or even hours grinding out attempts. It's essentially a one-time payment of 90 pearls. With all this being said, what does it mean for the title? I'll admit, when I first found out about this, I was a little disappointed. Knowing you can buy the title without doing the no damage run yourself can make all those failed attempts feel pointless, especially when all it boils down to is about $3. For some people, the whole point of the title is a way to flex your skill in game. It's a way to show you've done something difficult that most people either couldn't or didn't want to do. Something like a badge of honor for having enough skill to beat the boss with finesse. On the other hand, some bosses are genuinely frustrating. Yuan's Phase 2 is a great example. The bird constantly interfering after every stun forces you into choices that aren't fun. Either you're forced to take damage from the bird, miss burst damage because you executed her too soon, or disengage from the enemy entirely. For context, I spent around 4 hours trying to get a no damage clear for that fight, and honestly, it was not a great experience. I think we can all agree that 4 hours is a long time to spend on a single boss, so if you have the money, it's easy to see why someone might want to save the time and trouble. Spend $3 and have your title within an hour, or a little bit longer if the bounty needs to be cleared by a bot. Some people enjoy the game, but don't want to or simply don't have the time to sink into learning a boss like this. Not to mention, Yuan isn't the only boss that has a few issues. Do I think the devs intended for the bounty system to work like this? To give it to you straight, I'll say yes. The reason being the inclusion of the bounty system in the trial mode. It's been present in the game since its launch, not to mention they have had more than enough time to think about removing it or making an alternative. I'm more than happy to give them the benefit of the doubt, but as it stands now, this was an aspect of the game that had been thought about. Despite this being an official part of the game, this type of thing has been going on for years in MMOs. Take Final Fantasy XIV for example. Some of the hardest endgame content, like ultimate raids, can take months of practice to clear and rewards players with exclusive titles and weapons. But even there, people still pay for clears, usually because they don't have the time or consistency to commit to that kind of grind. The challenge still exists, but access to the reward doesn't always reflect the effort put in. Do I think this will happen again? Yes. As long as the bounty system remains in trial mode, this will continue to happen. Even future titles that happen to be able to be completed via a bounty, in theory, can be bought, reducing the amount of effort needed for completing the title in the first place. For me, it really comes down to how you personally play the game. I spend most of my time in solo mode, so titles aren't really a huge social flex for me as they should be. I do clears simply for the love of the game because I want to upload them to my channel, as well as maintaining the Moblade agenda, but I think that goes without saying. So whether someone else buys a clear doesn't really affect me. As long as I know I earned my title the way I wanted to earn it, that's what matters to me. So what do you care about more? How people think you got the title, or your own experience earning it? At least to me, that's what I find to be the core question of this situation. Quick editor's note, I just watched this back and it sounds like I'm quite indifferent to what happens to this title. That's not the case, just to make it clear. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want there to be a change made to this title. I'm just saying, for me personally as a player, it just doesn't affect me in the same way where I believe it's affecting a lot of other people, the way they see it as they either want the title banned or removed, or they want some form of change. I'm definitely on board with that too. I want some form of change as well. Hopefully they can split the title in two. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they've already done that on the CN side. So if we can have that done for us as well, that would be amazing. So you could see the people who wanted the Abyss Conqueror, if they wanted to pay for it, cool. And the people who actually did it no damage on their own account, they have a title for themselves. But I could potentially be missing something, so let me know what you think in the comments below. And with that, I think I've said all what I wanted to say. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out the original video that inspired me to make this one. A link to that will be in the description. And if you like Where Winds Meet content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're still in the mood to watch some more Where Winds Meets videos, then you can check out this video right here.